Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So let's see how to measure variance. What are the different type of analysis we can do for key performance indicators? Statistical RCA to identify the root cause, correct? Dashboard just for sharing. This is to prepare summary. Correct. Also, we can do detailed analysis by using data. This is also for sharing. And the sharing culture, correct? But what we need to do for continuous quality improvement, we should measure variance and then recommend action to reduce variance. Because as per our DEMSIP model, after collecting data, first we should measure variance, correct? If you want to control variance, we can do deep analysis by using Unitab. Deep analysis by using Minitab. Also, we can prepare dashboard by using Power BI. Also, we can conduct statistical RCA, correct? Statistical RCA. This is just control variance. Because if you identify the cause, and then we can recommend action to reduce variance, correct? What about variance? How to measure variance? If you want to measure variance, first we should do process stability analysis. Process stability analysis. Stability analysis. So first we should do process stability analysis, correct? Process stability analysis. This is stability analysis just to measure variance. So what is stability analysis? For example, patient waiting time. Number 1, 20 minutes, 23 minutes, 19 minutes, 25 minutes. So here there is no significant variance among the data, correct? 20, 23, 19, 25, almost all are same. There is no significant difference among the data. So what does it indicate? The process is stable. Suppose patient waiting time, number 1, 20, next one is just 4 minutes, next one is 60 minutes, next one is 35 minutes. So here there is significant difference among this data, which indicate the process is not stable. Not stable, correct? If it is not stable, how can we satisfy our customers? How can we get more profit? Even if you want to reduce cost, or if you need more profit, we should reduce variance. We should maintain consistent performance. So this is the exact definition for consistency or stability. So which statistical tool we can use to do process stability analysis? Statistical process control. There are two things we can do under statistical process control. Number one, process stability analysis. Number two, process capability analysis. Process capability analysis. Stability, just to check whether performance is consistent or not. So this is to assess our process voice. Process voice. And what about what is exactly process capability analysis? This is to check, is there any difference between the process voice and customer voice? This is like gap analysis. Gap analysis. So here we can compare our process voice and the customer voice. Process voice and customer voice. Okay. Voice. Check, is there any difference between these two? If you are close to customer voice, the process is more capable, correct? If there is no gap, if there is no significant gap between our process voice and customer voice, we can conclude that the process is more capable. Suppose if there is significant gap between our process voice and customer voice, then we should write the process is not capable. This we can do only after completing our process stability analysis. Process capability analysis also we can recommend to reduce variance. But process capability analysis not possible for each and every performance indicator. This we cannot recommend for each and every performance indicator. Process stability analysis we can do for each and every performance indicator. Process stability analysis is appropriate for each and every performance indicator. But process capability not appropriate for each and every performance indicator, because there is an assumption for process capability analysis. What is the assumption? Process should be stable. So what is an assumption for process capability analysis? So what is an assumption? Process should be stable. 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 If it is stable, we can do process capability analysis. So this is an assumption for process capability analysis. Now let's see how to do process stability analysis. Process stability analysis. If you want to visualize your performance indicator, CQA, what are the tools we can use to visualize your performance indicator? Number one, line chart. Number two, run chart. Number three, control chart. Actually SPC tools. SPC tools. In this we can use to visualize key performance indicator. This is to visualize key performance indicator. Visualize key performance indicator. So why there are three different graphs? Line chart, run chart, control chart. When to use line chart? Line chart for small sum. Line chart just for small sum. Small sample means like if n is less than 30. Sorry, n is less than 12. Yes, n is less than 12. Like if you collect data for 6 months or 3 months or 9 months, we cannot use control chart. Control chart is the best one for KPI, but sample size is very important. So what is the required sample size for control chart? At least 12. At least we should collect data for 12 months. Suppose if you have data for only 3 months or 6 months, better to start with the line chart. So line chart for small sample. What about control chart? Control chart is the best one, and this is for control chart is the best one, best tool, and this we can use for large sample. So large sample, large means at least n is greater or equal to 12, and this is to do process stability analysis. Which graph we can use to do process stability analysis? Control chart, not line chart. What about run chart? Run chart, this we can use to show the impact of our intervention. This is to show pattern. When to use run chart? This is to show the impact of our intervention. Effect. This is for an evaluation. Yes, this we can use for an evaluation. Evaluation means like the impact of intervention. Impact of intervention. For example, if we recommend some actions to reduce patient fall, after implementation, if you want to evaluate, is there any change in our performance after action plan? So which graph we can use to visualize? Run chart is more appropriate. This is for special scenario, only for intervention, for actions. Control chart is the best one for each and every performance indicator. So line chart is very basic. This we can use for small samples. So this is line chart, correct? Simple line chart. What about run chart? For run chart, first we should include median in the middle. Median. Run chart based on median, correct? We should include median in the middle, and then we can plot the actual data points like this, which is very similar to line. The only difference is just to add median in the middle. But what about control chart? This is special. There are 3 control limits. The middle one is central line. This is upper control limit, UCL, and this is LCL. So UCL, CL and the LCL control limits, which is equal to process voice. Process voice. And this we can calculate by using Minitab. No need to use any formula. Just use Minitab for the construction of control chart. Don't use Excel or some other software. Minitab is more appropriate for control chart. So there are 3 different control limits in a control chart. So how to interpret control chart? How to interpret? So for example, this is the control chart for patient waiting time. Central line means mean. What is an average waiting time? For example, 20 minutes. Upper limit is 30 minutes. Lower limit is just 5 minutes. And this is our actual data. Yes. So no one fall outside 30 and even below 5. Almost all are in between 30 to 5. Also, there is no special pattern. So we can conclude that the process is stable. There is no special cause. Process is stable. If it is stable, what is the next step? Now we need to develop internal threshold. If it is stable, what is the first thing we should do? Develop internal threshold. What is internal threshold? Our own best practice. After developing internal threshold, we can do benchmarking. What is benchmarking? Process capability analysis. Benchmarking traditional. What we need to do statistically, process capability analysis. Almost both are same. So collect data. If you want to construct control chart or if you want to do process stability analysis, we should present our data over a period of time. We cannot use our raw data for process stability analysis. We should calculate what is the total measure or average for every month.
Okay.
So for example, patient waiting time. So what is an average waiting time for the month of January? For example, 21 minutes. What is an average waiting time for the month of February? 13 minutes, for example. Third month, March, 45 minutes. Next one is 21 minutes, 20 minutes, 60 minutes, 28 minutes, 21 minutes, 20 minutes, 14 minutes, 11 minutes, 20 minutes. So this is patient waiting time, an average patient waiting time over a period of time, over a period of 12 months. So if you want to visualize this data, which graph is more appropriate? Control chart, because sample size is exactly 12. So no need to use line chart or rand chart. And what is the purpose of our analysis? I want to check whether performance is stable or not.
What is that?
Is there any special cause? Even as per statistics, first we should do process stability analysis, and this we can do once per year. No need to do process stability analysis for every quarter or every month, no. So this we can do at the end of every year, process stability analysis. So let's see how to do process stability analysis using Minitab. Just to go to Stat and then choose control chart. This is continuous data. So which graph we can recommend for this? X bar chart, correct? So select control chart and then choose variable chart for individual, variable chart for individual, and then choose individual, third one. This is X bar chart. X bar chart as per Minitab, it is individual chart. So just go to control chart, choose variable chart for individual, and then click on individuals. Okay, this is the window. Now we can choose a variable, select and move to variable. And then click on eye chart option, just click eye chart option. And what about the test? Just click on test. Choose all tests. Perform all tests for special cause. This is mandatory for each and every KPI. So select perform all tests for special cause variation. Yes. That's all. Just click OK. Again click OK, please. Okay. So this is the control chart. So after this, if you want to edit, like if you want to change the x-axis as month, exact month, even if you want to change title, just click on this bar. Okay. Now you can change title also, like patient waiting time. Patients waiting time. Just click OK. And here, what is x-axis? Month, correct? From January to December. So if you want to change as month, just click on this, and then specific. Click on label, and then choose specify. Remove all numbers. Instead of this, just enter January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So this is the control chart. So after this, if you want to edit, like if you want to change the x-axis as month, exact month, even if you want to change title, just click on this bar. Okay. Now you can change October, November, and December. Just click OK now. See? Now we got exact month for every data, correct? Even if you want to change this as 2024, we can change as 2024. Instead of observation, we can put 2024. Yes, this is for the year 2024. Just click OK. Yes. So how to interpret this? No one fall outside UCL and LCL. Almost all are in between UCL and LCL, correct? What does it indicate? There is no special cause. No special cause. No special cause. No special cause means there is no problem. But upper limit is 63 point. It is approximately 64. Lower limit is minus. If we got minus 14, this we should convert as 0. Because there is no meaning for it. Minus, correct? Patient waiting time minus 14, no, there is no meaning. So if you got minus value, just convert as 0. Okay, we can assume as 0. So this is the total amount of variability, too much, no? 0 to 64, too much. If it is 64 to 50, excellent. There is no much difference between the upper control limit and lower control limit, correct? Here the lower limit is 0 and upper limit is 64. It is more wide. So this is the best example for wider variance. Wider variance. So what is the next step we should do? Number 1, first we should develop internal threshold. Internal threshold. And number 2, deep analysis or statistical RCA to reduce variance. We can do deep analysis, like detailed analysis, also statistical RCA. Deep analysis or statistical RCA. Okay, conduct statistical. This is what we need to do for continuous quality improvement. Also, we can do benchmarking. But first we should develop internal threshold and then do analysis, deep analysis of statistical RCA. Then what is next step? This is the first step, step number 1. So what is step number 2? Process capability analysis. It is exactly benchmarking. Why we need to do benchmarking? To improve performance. This is also we can do. To reduce variance further. Right? So, if you are going to do internal threshold and statistical RCA and process capability analysis, then why we need to do performance improvement projects? Required. This is simply wasting our time, correct? So this we can do as a quality person. Simply we can discuss with the concerned process owner and just do your analysis, recommend action, share to the concerned department, implement. Why we need to formulate multidisciplinary team? Here the process is stable. So first we should develop internal threshold and then do deep analysis or statistical RCA to reduce variance for continuous quality improvement. Also we can recommend process capability analysis because here there is no special cause. So this is more appropriate for process capability analysis. Correct? Okay. Any question, please? Out. Northern.
That's clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's clear, sir.
What is your current practice? Whether you change your practice from bar chart to control chart, still you're using bar chart.
So already we introduced control chart, sir. But still the
No.
threshold under reduce chart.
Now you're using only control chart for each and every KPI, correct, sir?
Yeah, control chart.
What about minute tab?
Minute tab, no, sir.
Still there is no
Approval
support
from
in that.
corporate. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. What are this? That's Shaina ma'am. Lingam sir.
Sir, we still don't have any of this.
Oh. Yeah, ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
Ma'am.
No, sir, we don't have this, sir.
No software, no process stability analysis, correct?
Yes, sir.
How can we improve our performance without standard methodology? If there is no standard methodology in our analysis, if we use convenient tool, easy tool for KPI, how can we improve?
Yes, sir.
About your quality department director, ma'am, any recommendation, any comment about your KPI analysis, any support to use statistical software for analysis? Are people aware about the importance of data and data analytics, ma'am?
No, sir. They're not much aware about this.
See, now this is one of the requirements for quality professionals. Even if you see some job in the social media, now they mention experience in data analytics, correct?
Yes, sir.
Experience in data analytics is one of
Yes,
the
sir.
requirements for quality people.
Yes, sir. Even I saw the one you posted.
Yes, they mentioned clearly about data
Very
analytics,
clearly,
right?
yes, sir.
Software. Oh, people aware about the importance of data and software.
Utang.
Yes, sir.
Nakaupte kan portan logo. Kay parkele.
Parking phone leave to the gas parking.
Sir,
Yes, Karthik, please, sorry.
sir, actually, I have one doubt, sir, regarding. Sir, when we find there is a wider variance, the next step will be like we will develop internal threshold now, sir.
First, we should develop internal threshold because the process is stable, no?
Yeah, yes, sir. But we because the variance is wider there, so we need to have some interventions to reach that internal.
For CQI, intervention for CQI. Yes, we should recommend some action for CQI, for continuous quality improvement. But first we should build our own internal threshold, and this we can change every year.
So this internal threshold, okay.
Yes, we should develop for each and every year now. This we cannot use as constant now. Every year we should develop our own threshold.
Okay, sir. So we mean like best practices, like for example, even in the patient waiting time, if one of the department is having best practices, they are able to achieve lesser waiting times. So we need to copy that. Means we'll follow that best practices. This is what it means, sir, from the internal threshold.
Yes.
Okay. Like from A to B, we will follow.
Internal threshold, our own best practice. This is your organization threshold.
Okay, sir. So we will try to take. Okay.
Yes. But for continuous quality improvement, we should recommend some action to reduce variance. Suppose in 2026, if we got lesser variance, then we should change our internal threshold. Yes, last year it was 23 minutes, but now it become 15 minutes because of the impact of our statistical RC, impact of our intervention. Right? We can change
sir.
this. We can change every year.
So this intervention is not a project. Doesn't want a project, no sir. It
No,
doesn't want an
no,
improvement
intervention.
project.
No, intervention. Just discuss with the concerned department. And as a quality person, if you do statistical RC, we can able to identify the cause, share to the concerned department, discuss and recommend action, implement internally. Why we need to discuss with the people now? Right?
सिद्धार्थ बारा जोडलेले
Now there is data. If there is no data, we should discuss with the many people, correct?
मुझे भूत नहीं
Yes, sir.
लगा
Now there is complete data for patient fall. Why we need to discuss with others? Just to discuss with the concerned process owner and recommend action, implement.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Right? Yes.
Clear, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Statistical RCA we can do for each and every performance indicator.
Okay.
Just analysis, correct? Not,
Okay, sir.
not like Six Sigma project, correct?
Yes, sir.
So, this is not that much expensive, but Six Sigma lean focus videos is more expensive because we need to formulate multidisciplinary team and waiting for six. Now, patient falls rate, numerator and denominator. Patient falls, numerator and falls denominator. Because this is rate, no? So we should enter both. If it is continuous data, no need to enter numerator and denominator. But for discrete data, we should enter both numerator as well as denominator. So what is the numerator for patient falls? Number of falls. Number of falls, for example, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 2, 5, 1, 1, 2, 11. Denominator, total patient days, for example, 300, 312, 400, 345, 341, 325, 100, 289, 310, 340, 289, 301. So this is the total patient days. Now, as per our definition form, we should calculate rate for patient falls, correct? We should calculate falls rate for inpatient setting. So if we calculate falls rate, which control chart is more appropriate? Which one is more appropriate? U chart, correct? U chart is more appropriate because this is rate now. Now, how to choose? How to use Minitab to construct U chart? Just go to Stat, Control Chart, and then choose Attribute Chart. Attribute, and then select U chart. This is the one. U chart. Just click on U chart. Okay, so this is the right option. Okay, now we need to choose our numerator. Select numerator and move to variable, and then click on subgroup size. Select your denominator and move to subgroup size. Which is exactly sample size. What is the subgroup size? Sample size. And then click on U chart option. Click test. Select perform. All tests for special cost. This is mandatory for each and every type of control chart. And then click OK now. Select OK. See the power of Minitab. It is highlighted different color, correct? So what they mentioned, 1 point more than 3 standard deviation from the center line. Which point? 11th point. Test failed at point 11. So 11th point. 11th means November. November month fall outside UCL. Next. So this is not a stable process. What is the conclusion? There is special cause. There is special cause. A stable process. Stable process. So if it is not stable, if it is not consistent, we cannot develop internal threshold. This is not a suitable process. Even we cannot do process capability analysis. What we need to do for this kind of scenario, number one, investigation. First we should investigate. We should discuss with the concerned department why it was like this. Is there any data entry mistake? What about data quality? After investigation, we can do deep analysis. Also, we can do statistical RCA. Why we need to do deep analysis of statistical RCA? To identify the cause for this. This is not to reduce variance. This is to identify the cause for this outlier. Why we got this? What is the main cause for this variance? And then recommend action, implement to eliminate this special cause. After implementation, just evaluate again. This, for example, this is for 2024.
तू join अड़ड़ा
We can recommend action to eliminate this special cause in the future, implement, and then collect data for 2026 or 2025 over a period of 12 months. Again, we should consider control chart. Check whether the process is consistent or not. Suppose if it is consistent now. This is in 2025. 2024, there is special cause. That's why we did deep analysis and the statistical RC, and we found the cause also. And there was actions implemented. Now this is the control chart for 2025.
उड़े ना करे it's almost
Check whether the process is consistent or not. If it is consistent, develop internal threshold. Right? And then do statistical RCA. Reduce the common cause variation. Also, we can do process capability analysis. Right? If there is no significant difference between the upper control limit and lower control limit, no need to do statistical RCA, correct? When to do statistical RCA, upper control limit is, for example, 60. Lower control limit is just 5. So the difference is more wide. So we should conduct statistical RCA, mandatory. But suppose upper control limit is 60, lower control limit is 50, why we need to conduct statistical RCA now? Just keep monitoring. Right? We need to waste our time. There is no problem. There is no difference between our upper control limit and lower control limit. There is no variance. Then why we need to recommend statistical RCA to reduce variance? No. Just keep monitoring. So this is the second scenario. In this case, 11th point fall outside, which indicates special cause. So what kind of action we can recommend? Step number 1, investigation. Step number 2, do deep analysis or statistical analysis, statistical RCA. Identify the cause, recommend action, and eliminate special cause. Okay, and then monitor your performance over a period of 12 months for the next year. Again, check whether the process is consistent or not. If it is consistent, develop internal threshold. So if you are going to do like this for each and every performance indicator, you can able to establish best practice. If we establish best practice, evidence-based practice, we can reduce our cost, we'll get more patients, no need to worry about our competitor, we can do many research, right? We can reduce our waiting time. There are a lot of benefits from this, correct? This is not just to show in front of JCA accreditation, correct? This is to improve our performance. There is no quality in our data analysis. If you use only bar chart and line chart, what do you think, Prem sir? If you compare our traditional practice and evidence-based practice, what do you think, sir? Is there any gap between our current practice and expected practice?
Yes, sir.
Whether we are close to our expected standard practice or more away, sir? What is, if you compare your current practice with the standard practice?
So still I remember that you have given a very good example. So like we are using iPhone 16 Pro, but still we are using bar chart. It is in that level only, sir. We are updating our gadgets, but still in quality, it's some kind of like we are not using evidence-based one.
It's the traditional practice, always bar chart.
Traditional practice, yes, sir. Yes, sir, yes.
Yes, Jisha ma'am. Jisha ma'am, any question?
दोस्तों ये देखिए ज्योति का पागलपंती.
What others? Any questions? So this is the second scenario.
No, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
It's clear, sir.
Clear.
It's away, the practice is actually away from what we see.
It is more away from our expected practice, correct?
Yes, sir.
How can we close this gap now? Quality person, how can we close this gap? Many people are not aware about this, and there is no evidence-based practice. So how can we close this gap? It is an opportunity for us, correct, ma'am?
Actually, it's really an opportunity to grow and implement what we learn, but there are some obstacles with which we cannot practice.
Upgrade your space with this.
Which we might be small steps
awareness, but Jisha ma'am, first we should create awareness. At least we can write small article and we can share in LinkedIn, even in social media. Please, this is the right practice for KPA. Don't use bar chart, line chart. Don't focus on just accreditation standard. Please, this is what we need to do for evidence-based. At least we can write small article as a group. Even if you want, you can combine with others and write a small article and publish. We should do something to create awareness because people are not aware about this, correct? The reason for this, lack of awareness, lack of support from top management. Jisha ma'am.
Yes, sir. But there is resistance to change also, sir.
Yes. Salva ma'am.
Yes, sir. Lack of support is the main thing.
Lack of support.
Yes.
From top management or quality department director?
So from the top management.
What about our quality department directors?
Quality department, they will listen and hear it. But I don't know they are forwarding to the top management or not.
Okay. Is there any problem from our quality professionals, ma'am?
They are not, the main thing, they are not aware of it, about the control chart and the data dictionary, like that. So the best thing is, as you told, we have to make awareness through the social medias. We can do it, sir, like a group.
Yes.
Let's be real.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
We'll do together.
Yes,
And,
thank
and, and we'll change people culture, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Any question from others? Any doubt? So still we have many things, so we'll continue. And we'll try to complete everything before Friday. Tomorrow's, I think as per our schedule, tomorrow's the last session, but we'll add one more day, Friday or Saturday as per your convenience. Okay. We'll finish within 2 days, please. Thank you all. Good night. To correct. This is average annual compliance. The year 2024. Upper control limit is 91.23% in terms of percentage. What about in proportion 0.9123? Similarly, lower control limit is 36.8%. Okay. And almost all are in between upper control limit and lower control limit. No one fall outside UCL and LCL. So we can conclude that the process is stable. Stable means there is no special cause. There is no special cause. Special cause. If there is no special cause, what is the next step? What is the next thing we should do? Salman ma'am. If there is no special cause, so what is the next step, ma'am? Yes, Atia ma'am, what is the next step?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
Sir, if the process is stable, no special cause, we will continue to monitor, sir.
To monitor.
But if this kind of trend is there,
if there is no special cause, how can we recommend to keep monitoring, ma'am? We should do something for continuous quality improvement, correct?
yes, sir, yeah.
So
Next will be
we
internal
monitor.
threshold. Yes, sir. We have to develop internal threshold.
Internal threshold, correct?
Yes, sir.
Also, we can do statistical RCA.
Statistical RCA, sir. Then benchmarking.
Also, we can do benchmarking, correct?
Yes, sir.
So, what we need to do for continuous quality improvement, number one, develop internal threshold, and then do deep analysis or statistical RCA to reduce common cause variation. Also, we can recommend benchmarking for continuous quality improvement to establish evidence-based practice, best practice, correct, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
This is actually a suitable process for developing internal threshold because the process is stable. So we can develop our own best practice, internal threshold, correct, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
This is the case we can do process, this capability analysis also.
Yes, yes. So what are things we can do for this? Number one, internal threshold. First, we should develop internal threshold. Number two, we can do deep analysis or statistical RCA.
Yes, sir.
Deep analysis or statistical RCA. Also, we can recommend benchmarking, correct? Benchmarking or process capability analysis, both are same, correct?
Yes.
Benchmarking, process capability analysis. So this we can recommend for CQI, for continuous quality improvement. Correct, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
So if you develop internal threshold, also if you do statistical RCA, and if you're going to compare with best practice, probably we can reduce the variation. Why we need to do deep analysis and benchmarking to reduce common cause variation? Because here, what is the total amount of variability? Upper control limit is 91%, lower control limit is 36.8%. So there is difference, correct? So this we need to reduce. For example, after statistical RC and benchmarking, this is the control chart for the year 2025. This is the control chart after an intervention, after statistical RC and benchmarking. So what is the average? 74%. What is the upper control limit? 95%. What is the lower control limit? 60%. And this is our actual data point. So this is for the year 2025. This is after statistical RCA and benchmarking. This is before. This is before. And this is for 2024. So what is your conclusion? What is your conclusion, please? Nabil sir? Yes, sir, Nabil sir. What is your conclusion now? If you compare 2024 and 2025, what is your conclusion or lesson, sir? Nabil sir?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Sir, in 2025, our variance is smaller. In 2024, it is wider.
So what does it indicate, sir?
Indicates it is there is an improvement.
And there is significant improvement, correct, sir?
Yeah, sir.
There is continuous quality improvement, correct?
Yeah, sir. Yeah, right, sir.
This is the impact of our benchmarking, correct, sir?
Yeah, sir.
So before, the total amount of variance from 36 to 91, but now it become from 60 to 95. See the difference?
No.
There is significant reduction in variance, correct, sir?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yes, there is significant reduction in variance. You know, always we need to check, is there any reduction in variance? Even if you're going to do comparative analysis, like comparing 2024 versus 2025, which one is we need to focus? Just compare the variance. We need to check, is there any reduction in variance? Example, this is the control chart for 2025. Average 71%. Upper control limit is 100%. Lower control limit is just 20%. And this is our actual data points. This is for 2025. So what does it indicate now? What is the conclusion now? Shiva ma'am, what is the conclusion now? Shiva ma'am. Oh. Yes, ma'am, Shiva. Prem sir.
There is huge variation, sir. Variance is more actually compared to previous one.
there is no improvement, correct, sir?
There is no improvement.
But if you compare only average, there is improvement, correct?
Yes, sir.
If you compare the mean, there is difference.
Yes.
This is not that much important for us. Which one is we need to focus to improve performance, to improve quality? Variance, not average, correct, sir?
Yes, sir. Correct, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, sorry, problem with my audio. This one speaker.
no
That's
problem. Yeah, what is your conclusion, ma'am?
Sir. There is wider variance. Because lower control limit is 20 and upper control limit is 100.
Yes. So it is more wide, correct?
Yeah, more wide. Yeah.
So we can conclude that there is no significant improvement.
Improvement in that one. Yeah, when compared to 2020.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. So this is what we need to do for CQI. At least once per year, we should compare our control chart, like 2024 versus 2025. Is there any reduction in variance? So this we need to monitor. Very important. But if you use bar chart and line chart, how can we quantify the variance? How can we check is there any reduction in variance? So control chart is the best tool. Now let's see how to compare. If you want to do comparison, if you want to compare data for comparison. So for example, this is for 2024. This is for 2024. Now I am going to enter one more column year. So what about from 1 to 12? This is for 2024. So just enter 2024 and just copy this and paste for all 12 months. Or we can track. Yes, we can track like this. So this is for 2024. So if you want to compare with the 2025, just enter 2025 after 12th column, and this is also 12 months. So it will go up to 24 months, correct? Yes. Okay. So what is the numerator for the month of January in 2025? For example, 17 out of 20. Next one is 18 out of 21. 19 out of 22. 17 out of 20. 18 out of 21. 23 out of 24. 19 out of 21. 17 out of 20. 18 out of 21. 21 out of 23. 20 out of 22. Last one is 18 out of 21. This is for 2025. So now I want to compare 2024 versus 2025. How to compare? Go to construct control chart for comparison. So just go to stat. So this is also percentage. So we should use only P chart. So select control chart and then choose attribute P chart. So select, yes, this is the numerator, denominator, so there is no change. Just click on P chart option and then choose stages. Just click stages. Here we need to choose our third column. Here, move to define stage. Okay, define stage. and then click on display. Click on display. Choose display control limits for each one. Second option. Just click this option and then click OK and then again click OK. See? See the control chart for comparison. So how to interpret this is in 2024. See the total amount of variability too much. Now, very less, correct? Before it was 36 to 91, but now it becomes 66 to 100. 1 means 100, correct? So there is significant shift. So we can conclude that there is significant improvement. So here there is significant reduction variance. There is significant reduction in variance. Significant reduction. Significant reduction in variance. And variance. So if we compare 2024 and 2025, there is improvement in 2025. There is continuous improvement, and this is the impact of our intervention. This is the impact of our actions. This is the impact of our monitoring. This is the impact of our quality initiative. Correct. Always we need to show significant reduction in our performance. If there is no significant reduction variance, what does it indicate? There is no quality improvement. There is no continuous quality improvement.
Hello.
And what about our initiative? What about our training?
Yes, Maria.
What about our actions? There is no benefit from this, correct? So we should monitor our performance. At the end of every year, we need to check, is there any reduction in variance? This is very important because variance is the enemy of quality, correct? This is also one of the statements from Dr. Deming. Also, if you reduce variance, you can satisfy our customers. You can reduce our cost. You can provide better treatment to our patients. So there are a lot of benefit from this, correct? Clear. Eva ma'am, any question? Eva. Any question ma'am? Eva ma'am?
Yes, sir. It's clear. Thank you.
So, ಮೇಲ್ ಹಾಕಿ as discussed ಅವಳು ಎಲ್ಲದರಲ್ಲೂ ಸಹ ಚಂದ ಕೈವಶ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಹ ಅವಳ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನು ಇವರಿಗೆ
So this is what we need to do for process stability analysis.
and she told that she is busy.
So
and Vilma
what is process stability
I
analysis?
was waiting for them.
Consistency.
I put them to sit with
And this we need to
all
check
day I told
whether the performance is consistent or not.
ಒಂಬತ್ತು ಕಾಲಕ್ಕೆ ರಿಮೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ still
How to check consistency? Collect data over a period of 12 months, at least for 12 months. We cannot do process this we can do for 12 months data. At least we should have 12 months data. So if you collect data from January to December over a period of 12 months, we can use control chart. So choose an appropriate control chart, not just only X bar codes and every data. No.
that's the reason I don't want to make the
Choose an appropriate control chart and check whether the performance is consistent or not. Check, is there any reduction in variance? This is not only to check consistency, also we can check is there any reduction in variance.
Now today I spoke to Meera.
This is very
I
important
need
for
the
continuous
evidence
quality improvement.
so that
Correct.
I can send a mail to Dr. Mohammed
Any question, please?
and with the CC to
Any doubt?
Meera and Hannah.
Next one is process capability analysis.
At the beginning of the year only we have told, no, that mail is there with you, that also you forward it to me, yeah? Okay. Nale then
One
you
is
use a
process.
email it then so that we wash our hands also.
Capability analysis.
Sorry. Navya, nale nimge illi put you with Dr. Hannah.
It's also called as benchmark.
Move is getting engaged. So she has asked for a leave. I don't have hands extra. Amrita is going on leave also. Jinsi is going on leave also.
Traditionally, it is benchmarking,
So out of the local
but statistically, we should do only process
this is my situation.
capability analysis.
Saji illa.
So let's see
If
how to do process
you went for 1
capability
month, my plan
analysis.
was there to bring you down for 1-2 months ago.
So this is exactly gap analysis.
Only she is brought, Navya is not getting the exposure. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲೆ ಕಣ್ಣು ಸುಮಾರಿದೆ. So OTI almost done. Now this is my
This capability analysis,
for the
also called as gap analysis. If you want to do process capability analysis, we should define our process voice and customer voice. Define your process voice and customer voice. Customer, then choose individual chart. So select your variable patient waiting time and move to variable chart option, select test and then choose perform all tests for special cause, click OK and then click OK now. This is the control chart for patient waiting time. What is an average waiting time? 22.67 minutes. Upper control limit is 35 minutes and lower control limit is 9.37 minutes. Also, no one fall outside UCL and LCL. Almost all are in between UCL and LCL. So we can conclude that the process is stable. Process is stable. No one fall outside UCL and LCL. Also, there is no special pattern. So if it is stable, first we should develop internal threshold, correct? First we should develop internal threshold. Before going to process capability analysis, first we should develop internal threshold. How to develop internal threshold? There is formula for internal threshold. Internal threshold is equal to, this is about patient waiting time, correct? Which one is good for patient waiting time? Lesser number is good. Higher number is not good, correct? So if lesser number is good, what is the formula for internal threshold? X bar plus 1 standard deviation. Suppose if higher number is good, what is the formula for internal threshold? X bar plus 3 standard deviation. For patient waiting time, lesser number is good. And this is the suitable formula for internal threshold. X bar plus 1 standard deviation. What is X bar? X bar is mean. This is 22.67. How to calculate 1 standard deviation? How to calculate 1 standard deviation? Just go to add control chart and then choose variable chart for individual. So here we can choose one chart. Yes, I chart option. Click on limits. Enter one sigma. One, just enter one. Okay. If the formula is just one standard deviation, just enter one. Click OK now. Again, click OK now. See? Now there is one more line. This is actually x bar plus one standard deviation. What is 27.10? This is our internal threshold. X bar plus one standard deviation, which is equal to 27.10. So this we can write approximately 27 minutes. Internal threshold 27 minutes. As per 2024 data, this is our internal threshold. So this we can fix as our internal threshold for 2025. So what is our requirement? What is our threshold? Patient waiting time should be less than 27 minutes. Just monitor every month. January 2025, how much we got? If it is 22, excellent. It is below the bench internal threshold, so no need to worry, no need to investigate, no need to recommend action. No need to do deep analysis because it is less than the internal threshold. What about for the month of February? 25, yes, which is also less than 27. So no need to investigate, no need to do any deep analysis, no action, just keep monitoring. March 31, which is more than 27, which require an immediate investigation because it is more than the internal threshold. So just monitor like this for every month. Because this is the threshold. If you got more than this, we should investigate. If it is less than this, just keep monitoring. No need to disturb others. No need to recommend any action. No need to change your process. Just keep monitoring. If we found more than this, more than 27, we should act. So this is what we need to do for continuous quality improvement. We need to develop internal threshold. This is to monitor our performance, whether we are below the internal threshold or above the internal threshold. Okay, ma'am, what do you think about internal threshold? Useful or simply wasting our time?
Sir, it's useful, sir. Yeah. It's very useful, sir.
Yes,
so we can see the progress continuously.
Yes, we can monitor every month, correct, ma'am? Whether we are
Yes, sir.
below the threshold or above the threshold, correct?
Yes, sir.
If it is more, if we got more values, then we should act. We should recommend some action, correct, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Investigate and recommend action to close this gap, correct?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. What about others? Anandi, ma'am?
Good evening, sir. Yes, sir. Correct, sir.
What is your current practice, ma'am? Whether you are developing internal threshold for your performance indicator?
We are some control chart we are doing, sir, but internal threshold like that we are not doing. We are just following median.
Oh, median.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And for the MBN QI, we are following the mean.
Mm-hmm. But what is the ratio, ma'am? Why you are comparing with the median or mean? Any difference?
Actually, we are doing the same like whatever it is going upper limit, above upper control limit. We are doing RCA and finding the gaps and correcting, sir. But like this, we are not doing, sir. like a minute work and doing. Those things we are not doing.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. And Anandi ma'am, what do you think about our KPS session? What is the feedback?
Actually, it is really useful for us because we can change our. Even I wanted to ask you one of my graph and to explain more. So
Capability analysis. See, capability analysis. But under capability analysis, there are many options like normal, between, non-normal, binomial, Poisson. Most commonly used method normal, non-normal, binomial and Poisson. As per Minitab, what are the different approach we can use to do process capability analysis? Normal, number one, normal. Is number one, first approach. First one is normal. This is number two, non-normal. Normal. Number three, Poisson, binomial and Poisson. Binomial. The fourth one is Poisson. Normal, non-normal, binomial, Poisson. So when to use normal, what is this actually normal, non-normal, binomial and Poisson? Normal and non-normal both we can use for continuous data. This is for continuous data. Continuous means like patient waiting time, turnaround time, length of stay. These are all numerical and continuous data, correct? So which method we can use to do process capability analysis, normal as well as non-normal. Then what is the difference between normal and non-normal? Suppose if the data follow normal distribution, we can use normal method, first method. If it is skewed, we should use second method, non-normal, skewed. So number one for normal data, number two for skewed data. What about binomial and Poisson? Both we can use for discrete data. Discrete data. Discrete means like number of falls, number of patients identified correctly, correct number of infections. So this is for discrete data. Then what is the difference between binomial and Poisson? Binomial for frequent incident, Poisson for rare incident. Binomial for frequent incident. Frequent means like number of falls per. What is an average number of falls per month? 1 or 2, 3. Correct. What about infections? What about patient identification compliance? Which one is the best example for frequent incident? Falls or patient identification? Okay, ma'am. Which one is the best example for frequent incident? Frequent incident. False incident or patient identification compliance?
Identification compliance, sir.
False infrequent, correct, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So which method is more appropriate for false data? Poisson model. Because false is the infrequent incident. Per month, 11 falls, 23 falls, 34 falls is not possible. Only 1, maximum 3, sometimes 0 also possible. So this is not frequent incident. So if it is not frequent incident like falls or infection, use Poisson model to check whether performance is capable or not. If it is frequent, we can use binomial, correct? So this is for frequent incident, and this is for rare incident, is very rare incident. Okay, so this is the exact difference. So what about patient waiting time? So here what is our variable? Patient waiting time. The process is stable. So if it is stable, we can do process capability analysis. But before going to process capability analysis, first we need to check whether data follow normal distribution or not. Okay, this is stable. We can recommend process capability analysis. There is no doubt. Before going to this, first we need to check whether data follow normal distribution or not. So how to check normal distribution? Just to go to stat and then choose basic statistics. Under basic statistics, just click on normality tests. So select patient waiting time. Select patient waiting time and move to variable. Which method is more appropriate? Anderson or Kolmogorov-Smirnov now? Any idea, Lingan sir? Which method is more appropriate, sir? Anderson or Kolmogorov? You know the difference between Kolmogorov test and Anderson test, sir? Lingan sir?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Any idea about Kolmogorov-Smirnov and Anderson Darling test?
Yes, I go through the review, but at present I am not remembering, sir. Forgot.
Oh. What about others? Any idea? Just him. What about others? Any idea?
Sir, based on sample, no sir?
Sample size, correct?
Yeah, Anderson and Ryan for smaller samples and Kolmogorov for larger samples.
Excellent. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Anderson or Ryan for small sample. Kolmogorov-Smirnov for large sample. Correct? Yes. Okay. So, Satya ma'am, which one is more appropriate for this scenario? Now I want to check whether patient waiting time follow normal distribution or not. So which method we can use now?
So we can use either Anderson or Ryan.
Yeah, because the sample size is only 12, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Just a minute. So which method is more appropriate? Anderson. So select Anderson and click OK. Okay, how to interpret? With Ranju ma'am. Ranjini ma'am, any idea about normality? How to interpret this one? How to check whether data follow normal distribution or not? Any idea? Yes, Ranjini ma'am. What about Ranju ma'am? Any idea about?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
Like the dots, if they are near to this diagonal line, we can say like it is having the normal distribution.
Also the p-value, correct ma'am? P-value.
Yes, p-value. Correct.
P-value is more than 0.05. It is more than 0.05. So there is no significant difference. Not significant, correct ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Not significant means normal, correct?
Correct.
Yes. P value 0.267, which is more than 0.05. So there is no significant difference among the data, which indicate the data follow normal distribution. Even as per this graphical representation, almost all are close to the diagonal line, not more away from the diagonal line. So we can conclude that the data follow normal distribution. Good. So this is normal data. Also it is stable, correct? Stable and normal. So we can do process capability analysis. So let's see how to do process capability analysis. To start, choose quality tools and then choose capability analysis and then choose normal. Because this is normal data, so we can use normal method. Okay. So data are arranged as single column. Yes, single column. Which one? Patient waiting time. So select and move to single column. What is your subgroup size? We took only one data from each month, correct? This is just an average waiting time. So we took only one number every month, correct? So just enter 1. Okay. And what is your lower specification limit and upper specification limit? What is this lower specification and upper specification? This is customer voice. Customer voice. What is customer voice? Benchmark, expected value, desired outcome. So what is the desired outcome for patient waiting time? Patient waiting time should be less than 15 minutes, correct? For example, patient waiting time should be less than 15 minutes. So less than 15 minutes maximum. Upper specification limit 15. Maximum we can go up to 15. Minimum like 5 minutes. 0 is not possible, correct? 5 minutes okay. So this is the lower specification limit. Maximum 15. And this is upper specification limit. Okay. So just enter only the lower specification limit and upper specification limit and then click OK. See, this is the output. Process capability analysis for patient waiting. Many things are available, but which one is we need to focus? CPK. What is CPK? Capability index. This is more important. CPK is equal to how much? Minus 0.58. How to interpret CPK value? Standard for CPK value at least 1.33. 1.33 and above. If CPK value is greater than or equal to 1.33 means the process is capable. Suppose if we found CPK is equal to 1.33 or more than 1.33, like 2.1, 3.1. So if it is more than or equal to 1.33, we can conclude that the process is more capable. Capable means there is no difference between the process voice and customer voice. We are close to customer voice. But now it is minus 0.58, which is less than 1.33. We can conclude that the process is not capable. And see the distribution of data. This is our lower specification limit and this is our upper specification limit. But what about the data? Almost all are outside USL, correct? The distribution of data, almost all are outside USL, not exactly in between LSL to USL, correct? Desired outcome, we should it should be in between LSL and the USL. This is the desired outcome. But here almost all are outside USL. Also the CPK value minus 0.58, which is less than 1.33. So we can conclude that the process is not capable.
गुड इवनिंग जी.
Process is
गोपी
not.
जी आपको वो बास्केट कुछ मिला?
Does it mean there is significant gap?
Okay.
There is significant gap. Significant.
कल दोपहर तक चाहिए.
Significant gap between process voice and customer voice. Between the process voice and customer voice. Patient waiting time is stable. Patient, as per this data, as per this scenario, what is our conclusion? Patient waiting time is stable. Stable means there is no much difference among the data. But it is not capable. What does it mean? It is more far away from the desired outcome. So what is the key message from this analysis? We should do both stability analysis as well as process capability analysis for each performance indicator. Why we need to do both? Process stability to check consistency, to check is there any significant difference among the data. Then what is process capability analysis? This is to check whether we are close to our customer voice or more away from our customer voice. Quality to satisfy your customer, correct? Quality to satisfy your customers. So we need to check whether performance is close to our customer voice or more away from our customer voice. It is one of the requirements for quality. Actually, it is mandatory. How many people are aware about this? Whether we are calculating CPK value for each indicator, whether we are calculating P value for each indicator. Kartika ma'am?
Sir, no sir.
There's no CPK, no P value, no control chart, no P chart, no U chart, no X bar chart, correct ma'am?
Yes sir. Yes sir.
Then why we need to develop definition form? Why we need to collect data for KPI? What is the need? What is the use from this? This is simply wasting our time and resource. If you collect data as per your convenience, and if you are going to use only bar chart, line chart, and if there is no standard methodology, high quality analysis, then what is the use from this? Kartika ma'am?
Yes sir, actually simply keeping KPI is no use. Simply just doing KPI no use. It doesn't go anything
150 indicators, 200 indicators, list of indicators, okay, but what about the quality of our data? What about the quality of our analysis? What about our action? What about the impact of our action? What about our customer satisfaction? This is very important, correct ma'am?
Yes sir.
Simply we cannot show, oh, we have 150 indicators, 200 performance indicators. Your deep analysis and dashboard by using artificial intelligence.
Okay sir.
Clear ma'am?
Thank you sir. Clear sir.
Yes. So just do one by one and then finally write lessons learned. So what lesson you learned from this analysis? It's just about data visualization. So use Minitab as well as Power BI for data visualization. Why we need to use Power BI? This is for dashboard. And what about Minitab? Just visualize each variable. Okay. And prepare lesson. This is our first project. Any question, please? Any question from others, please? Any doubt? Huh? So what is the next concept is performance improvement project. So this is also very important, correct? Priya ma'am,
Yes, sir.
which model is more appropriate to monitor and control of performance indicators? DEMSIP, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what is D, ma'am?
Sir, D is basically define, sir. Define the performance indicators and KPIs and KPIs.
Okay. What about M? What is M, ma'am?
M is measure.
Measure. Measure means just data collection or measuring variance? Which one is the right one, ma'am? Measuring variance or just measuring data? What is exactly measuring, ma'am?
Measuring the variance, sir. Data.
Which tool we can use to measure variance, ma'am? List and define, which include performance indicator identification, definition form, and then we can list out our proactive intervention to improve data quality. So what is measured, ma'am? Pratika, ma'am.
Sir?
What is exactly measured and which tool we can use to measure?
Measuring the data, sir. Measuring the variance.
Okay, which tool we can use to measure variance, ma'am?
Control chart, sir.
Control chart. What are the different
To
types
check
of
whether
control
it
charts?
is. To check whether it is
Types of control chart.
U
Different
chart,
types of U chart.
T chart, U chart, P chart, and then two more is there, sir.
I forgot everything within a week. Okay, ma'am.
Sir.
Forgot everything within a week. So what about for the future? And how you are going to use this tool in your regular practice? Let's Nabil sir. Nabil sir. Hello. Nabil sir. That's Tina, ma'am.
X bar chart, sir. C chart.
Bar chart. Bar chart.
X bar chart.
X bar chart. Number 1. Number 2, ma'am.
P chart. Then U chart. Then the C chart.
Okay. Okay. Example, I want to construct a control chart. I want to construct a control chart for radiology turnaround time. Which graph is more appropriate?
X bar chart.
Why you choose to X bar chart, ma'am? Salma, ma'am?
It is a continuous data, sir. So we can use X bar chart.
Continuous data. Okay, good. What about our research article, ma'am, Selma, ma'am? Whether you wrote anything about or?
No, sir, I didn't start. I am much interested in it, writing the research article. I will start on it, sir.
What is the title? Whether we discuss anything about our research article?
No, sir. You have discussed that day the importance of benchmarking or the data dictionary. Anything else we can take? The good one you can select us for us, sir.
Yeah. Okay. It's Shiba ma'am. Shiba ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
How to control variance, ma'am? Because C stand control variance, correct? How to control variance, ma'am?
We have to select it as a performance improvement project to control the variance through that. Yeah, we can consider it as this as a project, performance improvement project.
If you want to control variance, we should conduct performance improvement project, huh?
Yes, sir.
Performance improvement project. Okay. There are two different type of variation, correct? Common cause variation and special cause variation.
Yes, sir.
What is common cause variation, ma'am? Any example for common cause variation? Any example, ma'am?
It's this patient waiting time.
Patient waiting time?
Yeah, that.
Yes, Anandi ma'am. What is common cause variation? Which one is yeah, good evening. Which one is not good for quality? Common cause variation or special cause variation?
The special cause variance.
So what kind of action we can recommend for special cause variation?
Special cause variance, we have to conduct RCA and to find out the gaps, investigate, and after investigation, in the control chart, it is which one is going upper limit. We have to see investigation and eliminate the variance. Immediate action and eliminate the variance.
Yes, Risi ma'am. What do you think? Variation is the enemy of quality.
Yes, sir.
How to control variance? What kind of action we can recommend to control variance?
So we can do root cause analysis to understand the possible causes of the errors that are happening and try to control it.
Thank you, ma'am. So, for example, this is the control chart for patient waiting time. What is an average waiting time? 27 minutes. But upper control limit is 90 minutes. Lower control limit 10 minutes. So, for example, this is for the year 2024. Okay. And this is our actual data. Good. So what is the conclusion? No one fall outside UCL and LCL. So we can conclude that the process is stable. Process is stable, but the difference between the lower control limit and upper control limit is more wide. Correct? See, the difference between the lower control limit and upper control limit is more wide, correct? From 10 to 90 now. So upper control limit is equal to 90 and lower control limit is equal to just a 10. So what is the total variability? 90 minus 10 is equal to 80. So this is the total amount of variability, total variance. This we can write like wider variance. Wider variance. What kind of action we can recommend for this scenario? Reduce variance. Reduce variance. How can we reduce variance? If it is more important for patient safety, or if it is more important for our organization strategic objective, or if it is more expensive, we cannot recommend PA project for each and every problem. Just prioritize. How to prioritize? Check. The performance indicator is more important for our organization strategic objective. What about the cost? Is it more expensive? Is it more important for patient safety? Is it related to our international patient safety goals? There are some criteria, correct? Just to prioritize. So patient waiting time is more important for patient satisfaction. So, quality to satisfy our customers. So patient waiting time is one of the main contributing factor for patient satisfaction. Even if you reduce patient waiting time, we can able to satisfy our patient. And if you satisfy your patients, we'll get more patients, correct? This is very important for our organization's strategic objective also. So we can recommend PA project. Good to reduce variance, conduct PA project. Now let's see how to conduct PA project. What are the methods we can use? Number one, focus PDCA. No more PDCA. Now we should conduct only focus PDCA. Focus PDCA. Number two, Lean Six Sigma. Lean Six Sigma. No more Six Sigma. Now we should conduct only Lean Six Sigma. Lean Six Sigma. Sometimes we can recommend Lean also. This is not that much appropriate to reduce variance. So if you want to reduce variance, we can use either focus PDCA or Lean Six Sigma. What is the exact difference between focus PDCA and Lean Six Sigma? Which one is more appropriate? Which one we can recommend to conduct performance improvement projects? Focus PDCA basic model, qualitative approach. This is actually qualitative approach. Qualitative approach. Qualitative. Then what is Six Sigma? Six Sigma statistical approach. Data driven approach. Focus PDCA, very basic one, and it is qualitative. If you are going to conduct focus PDCA PA project, no need to use statistical tool for analysis. But for Lean Six Sigma, we should use statistical tools. So this is statistical approach. Now, how to choose when to use Focus PDC or Lean Six Sigma? It all depends upon your organization culture. There is data. There is data-driven culture. People aware about the importance of data. And if you are using statistical software for analysis, then what about our quality professionals, competence level regarding data analytics? There is data-driven culture, and if you are using statistical software for analysis like Minitab, also if you are competent, you know how to use statistics to improve quality, we can use Lean Six Sigma. Lean Six Sigma is more appropriate. But if there is no data, there is no quality, no data. So the focus is just accreditation certificate. If you focus on only accreditation certificate and there is no proper data, and if you use only Excel for data analysis, only bar chart, pie chart, no idea about statistics, then how can we conduct Lean Six Sigma project? No. Just use Focus PDC. Because culture is not good, correct? There is no data-driven culture. There is no quality in our data. There is no continuous quality improvement. No idea about data analytics. Then how can we conduct Lean Six Sigma? No. So just conduct Focus PDCA project. Choose Focus PDCA model. Very basic, no? Basic model. No need to use any statistical tool for analysis. Let's see how to conduct. Just a minute on that, please. For example, reduce patient waiting time. Reduce patient waiting time. Okay. What is work? Organize a team. Organize a team. Organize a multidisciplinary team. Multidisciplinary team. Include, we can assign, this is for OPD, correct? OPD. We can assign OPD director as team leader. Team leader. OPD director. Facilitator, quality people, facilitator. Quality professional. Quality champion. Champion. Salma ma'am, any idea about quality champion?
Can we include physicians?
Physicians. How to choose quality champion, ma'am? Is there any standard or criteria for selecting?
According to who's having more knowledge about the subject matter.
about others? Any idea about quality champion?
Staff from the department, sir. OPD.
Any staff?
The staff, those who are interested in the quality improvement initiatives.
How to choose now? How to choose? Is there any standard or criteria for this? Is it possible to choose any staff as quality champion? This is very important, correct? Simply we cannot assign someone as quality champion now. Nabil sir?
Sir?
What is the standard, sir? Yes.
Sir, I didn't get you, sir.
How to choose quality champion?
Sir, the staff, those who are taking...
quality champion.
Yes, sir. Staff from the department who is showing initiative to be a part of this project. And we will assign some...
about experience and quality...
No.
Credential, no need to check experience, credential, involvement.
Yes.
The unity champions usually we are not checking the credentials and also.
This is also very important. Simply we cannot assign someone as quality champion, correct? About his total experience in quality. What about whether he got any credential certificate in quality? What about his involvement over a period of time?
That is important.
We should write some policy for this. As a quality person, we should write clear standard and policy for choosing a quality champion. How to choose a quality champion? This is very important. Why we need to include quality champion? So, to define the problem, even to identify the exact root cause. And if we include quality champion, sometimes we can able to identify the exact root cause. So this is very important. In addition to facilitator, we should assign someone as quality champion. But there are some criteria for this. So for example, we can assign someone from quality, subject expert in quality, from OPD department. Subject expert in quality. Subject expert. Expert in quality. This is from OPD department. OPD. Okay. Benefit from BN. And we should assign someone for recording meeting minutes and time management. Yes. Sorry. Meeting minutes. We can assign someone from OPD. OPD department. And team members. Team members. We can include many people, like at least 3 to 4 people. Include all other departments, physicians. Even we can include more nurses from OPD, physician, even medical director. Yes, Anandi ma'am.
Referral management.
Yes, ma'am.
Referral management people also to involve. The referrals management, RBMS, the referral management people also can involve, sir, for the team member.
Okay. Even we can include social workers also, correct? Social workers. Social workers, someone from top management, physician.
case managers.
Case manager, yes, case manager or utilization management team. Yes. So just formulate multidisciplinary team. This is step number 2. What is step 3? Focus, no, FOCUS, correct. Next one is clarify current process. Clarify the process. For this we can use flowchart. Just construct flowchart. Brainstorm and construct flowchart. Just construct flowchart. This is to understand the process. That is one of the qualitative approach, correct? Why we need to construct flowchart? Just to understand the process. Like what is step 1, what is step 2? What are the different steps in OPD? So for example, patient will come to registration department and then we'll move to the triage. Just show the steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. These are the different steps in OPD process. First we should do brainstorm. Just discuss about the process with the concerned process owner and even with the quality champion, and then list out the steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3. So as a quality person, we cannot construct flowchart without support from the concerned process owner, correct? So discuss with the process owner and the quality champion and then list out the steps. After that, we can construct flowchart. So this is C. Next one is U. Understand the cause. Understand the cause. Now we need to know the reason for the increase of patient waiting time. Understand the cause. We need to know the exact cause, the root cause. Why patient waiting time is increasing? Why the total variance too much between upper control limit and lower control limit? Because the upper control limit is 90, lower control limit 10, correct? So there is significant difference between upper control limit and lower control limit. Now we need to know what is the reason for this, correct? So what is the exact reason? Okay. So how to identify the root cause? For this we can do brainstorm. Why we need to do brainstorm? Just to list out the causes. This is qualitative approach. You don't need to collect any data. So simply we can discuss with our team members. What are the possible causes for patient waiting time? First list out the causes one by one. List out the causes for the increase of patient waiting time. And then use affinity to organize. So after brainstorm, at the end of brainstorm session, we need to count what is the total number of causes we found. Total number of causes. Total number of causes. If it is less than 30, no need to use affinity and multi-voting. directly we can move to fishbone diagram. Fishbone diagram. Okay, fishbone diagram. And then we can use some other tool like 5Y. 5Y. We need to use 5Y to see the exact root cause. If you know the exact root cause, now you can recommend action. And implement. After implementation, we can evaluate. This is for smaller number of causes. If the total number of causes less than 30, yes, no need to use any other tool. Simply we can use fishbone to visualize all causes related to the given problem. After constructing fishbone diagram, we should use some other tool to identify the root cause, correct? Because fishbone, not to see the root cause. This is just to visualize all causes related to the given problem. So after fishbone, use some other tool. For example, 5Y. Identify the cause and then recommend action, implement, evaluate. So this is for smaller number of causes. Suppose if the total number of causes 50, more than 30. So what is the first thing we should do? If the total number of causes are more than 30, like 50, what is the first thing we should do? Affinity diagram. Affinity. Use affinity diagram. We need to use affinity just to organize your causes by different components. Like what are things related to nursing department? What are the causes related to housekeeping, related to practice, facilities, correct? Just organize your causes by different component and then use affinity to prioritize. That's the multi-voting. Use multi-voting to see which one is more important. Because we found 50 causes, correct? How can we recommend action for each one? No. Before going to fishbone diagram, we should reduce the number of causes into smaller one. So which one we can use to reduce the number of causes into smaller category? Use multi-voting. Multi-voting to prioritize, to know which one is we need to focus first. And then use fishbone diagram. Fishbone diagram. After fishbone, yes, again we can use 5Y and then action, implementation, evaluation. So this is what we need to do under you, understand the cause. So how to identify the root cause? Start brainstorming, discuss with your team members, list out the causes, and then count what is the total number of causes. If it is very small, like less than 30, just use fishbone and 5Y, action, implementation, evaluation. If you found too many causes, before going to fishbone diagram, just to reduce into smaller category, how can we reduce? Just use affinity in multi-voting and then use fishbone diagram 5Y, identify the root cause, recommend action and then evaluate. Correct? So this is what we need to do to understand the root cause. So go to the next one. Yes. It is yes. Set a goal. Set a goal. For example, so what is our actual outcome An average waiting time 27 minutes. Upper limit is 90 minutes, lower limit is 10 minutes, correct? This is our actual outcome. Now I want to set a goal. How to make a problem statement. Any idea? Yep, Dania ma'am. This is our actual outcome. What is an average waiting time? 27 minutes. Upper control limit is 90 minutes. Lower control limit 10 minutes. Now I want to write a problem statement, like a goal. So how to write a problem statement now? Any idea?
Good evening, sir.
Yes,
That
ma'am.
we should find out the standard deviation, and also I'm not sure about it, but
So set a goal.
Smart goal, sir.
How to set a goal?
Simple, measurable, realistic, achievable.
Should be smart, right, sir?
No. This is not the characteristic. This is not the characteristic for performance indicator. The goal should be smart. But how to write a goal now?
To reduce the patient waiting time to less than
We'll reduce-
20 minutes or whatever.
We will reduce the patient waiting time up to this
To
time.
reduce variance significantly. Correct? To reduce. Just reduce variance significantly. In 6 months. Within, or we can write on or before. On or before December 2025. Reduce variance significantly on or before December 2025. So this is our goal. Our goal is just to reduce variance, because variance is the enemy of quality, correct? No need to focus on average. So, here the problem is there is significant difference between upper control limit and lower control limit. So what is our goal? To reduce variance significantly on or before December 2025. Within 6 months, yes. This is our goal. So FOCUS is clear, correct? Focus. We can write our plan. Next one is PDCA, no plan. What is plan? Action plan. Focus is very clear. Goal also very clear. Now we need to prepare action plan. How to resolve this problem? Just prepare your plan. Actions. And who is the one responsible for each action? What about the department? And what about the timeline for each action? Timeline, is it, we should write the exact timeline now, not just, not like within a week or within 2 weeks, no. We should write the exact timeline, like before the July 21, 2025. And then status, last one is status, whether it is open or closed. So this is the action plan. The tabular form. So just prepare a table for action plan, include all actions and then assign someone for each action. And what about his department, time, and then status. So this is your plan. Okay. So after plan, we should implement. After implementation, VDC, check, evaluate. Is there any change in our process? Okay. And we can act. So this is what we need to do. Performance improvement project. But now we need to do one real project for this. One project for Focus PDC and one project for Lean Six Sigma. We'll share the exact scenario with some guidelines for Focus PDC project. So this is our second project. Second project, there are two topics. One is Focus PDC project and number 2, Six Sigma project. So we'll complete both before end of this month. Before end of June. Okay? Yes. So this we'll discuss tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll start at 8 o'clock same time, 8 to 9, and we'll try to complete the remaining things. Any question? Any doubt? This is an introduction about PA project, Focus PDC. Any doubt, please? Any question? Yes, Dr. Narayan ma'am, any question?
Not yet, sir. I'll just go through whatever you have taught again. I'll ask you tomorrow, sir. A little confusing for me, but yeah, it'll just take some time. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Whether you conduct any performance improvement project, ma'am, like the Six Sigma or Focus PDC project?
So Six Sigma, I've done my yellow belt. So I have a very basic idea. Yeah.
Okay.
I have a very basic idea of DMAIC rule. But how to implement this, I think I just need some time to sit with it. So.
Okay, no problem.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Any question from others? Only thing, Dr. Narayan ma'am, if you compare your yellow belt and our KPI course,
yes, sir.
Any difference between these two, or this both are same?
Sir, yours is
program. Yes, ma'am.
Sir, yours is very, I would say very professional, and it goes to the problem, and the solution is more reliable. But then, like how we do the project charter, the project
focus
scope.
Is not just our focus is not just a certificate, correct, ma'am?
Correct. That's what.
Okay. Any question from others? Any doubt from others, please?